Assalamualaikum. How are you, dear students? I am Rizwan Halil from the Physics Gurus YouTube channel. Today we will continue our unit number 26, lecture number 3, radioactivity of O-level physics 5054. In previous lectures, briefly I will explain that we have studied what is meant by radioactive decay, types of radioactive decay, then difference between natural radioactivity and artificial radioactivity, natural radioactive elements and artificial radioactive elements, then a very important phenomena or very important concept of background radiations, its sources, its effects, and how we can make corrections while taking reading with radioactive elements. Now we will discuss another very important aspect of radiation, and that is its random nature. That radiation is a random process. First we will discuss it with an experiment, then we will see the results of this experiment, that how we can say that radiation is a random process. What is the name of very important detector which is being used for detecting the radiation? GM tube or GM counter or Geiger-Müller tube. So what we have done, that we have placed the radioactive source at the center, and we have placed 4 GM tubes at equal distance from the source. We have taken 4 GM tubes, placed the radioactive material or substance in the center, and placed those all GM tubes at equidistance from the source in different directions, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will switch on all these 4 GM tubes at the same time as well. And before switching on, definitely what we will do, we will have a stopwatch with us, and as soon we are going to switch on the GM tube, switch on GM tubes, we will start the stopwatch. So there are 3 precautions. Number 1, all GM tubes should be at equal distance. Number 2, there should be a stopwatch with us. And number 3, we will, as soon we will switch on the GM tubes, we will start the stopwatch, so that time for all readings should be same. Why we have to start the stopwatch? So that time should be same for all the GM tubes, so that we can compare their results for a same interval of time. In this way we can easily compare the results. Okay, let's suppose after 2 minutes we have stopped the stopwatch, and we are supposed to now note down the readings on GM tube number 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose the reading of GM tube number 1 was 3204 counts per minute, and definitely we have considered 2 minutes for this particular type of reading. The reading of GM tube number 2 was 2896 counts per minute. The reading of GM tube number 3 was 3049 counts per minute, and the reading on GM tube number 4 was 3146 counts per minute. Now when we will compare all these four readings, what precautionary measures were there? That all GM tubes should be placed at same distance from the source, and number two, we have to measure or we have to calculate the value of radiation for equal intervals of time. These were the two very important precautionary measures while proving the random nature of radiation. So reading was 3204 counts per minute, 2896, 3049, 3146. So why all these four readings of 4 GM tubes are different? Because radiation is a random process. So these readings shows that radiation is a random process. No one can predict that at which time and in which direction radioactive source will emit radiation. No one can predict, again I am repeating, no one can predict that at which time and in which direction radioactive source will emit radiation. So in this way we can have two different conclusions or results from this activity regarding the random nature of radioactivity. Number one, the emission of radiation is random in direction and space. What does it mean? That no one can predict that in which direction radiation will be emitted by the radioactive element. And number two, emission of radiation is random in time. What does it mean? That for the same time interval, the readings on two different detectors placed at equal distance and for the same time interval were different. So what we have concluded, the emission of radiation is random in time, that is for the same time interval it is random or it is different, or time between emission is unpredictable. We cannot predict that at which time radiation will be emitted by a radioactive element. So at the end what we have learned, that radiation is a random process, and while drawing the graph of radioactivity, instead of the smooth curve, its curve will be like that, which shows random nature of radiation. So I hope so that now learning outcome B is clear to all of you, that radiation is a random process.